Hello fellow plant people, welcome back if you're returning, and if you are new to my channel, my name is Jen. I go by The Leafy Geek here and also on Instagram, and I haven't been on here on YouTube for a little while, and that's for very good reason. My corner of the country is been going through a lot as a community, and then of course certain members of our community have been feeling it a lot more based on the death of George Floyd and the death of Breonna Taylor and Ahmaud Arbery, and everything has kind of hit its limit, I want to say. A lot of people, this was kind of it, and you know, rallying around this cause is so important for all of us right now. Those of us who are not Black can show up anyway and support, donate, have tough conversations with family members and friends. Just show up for these communities, show up for your neighbors. So that's what I've been busy with up here in Minnesota. I will continue to share resources that I come across. I will continue to amplify the voices of people who've been doing this work for a very, very long time. And I will continue to share organizations and links to donate for people who could really use our help in sustaining their work and the momentum that we are experiencing right now toward ending policing as we know it in this country. So I wanted to try and post a plant-related video. I know it's been a long time. So thank you for understanding, and thank you for supporting and engaging if that's what you were doing. I strongly encourage you guys to join the conversations that are happening on social media around this issue. It's so important to engage right now. I can't stress that enough. Engaging and supporting is critical right now. So I will continue to share links and resources and boost voices on my Instagram and other social media. So I encourage you to check that out and get involved in your own communities if you are able. I am going to show you some plant updates today. Even though I haven't been filming plants, I haven't stopped purchasing them. So I have more plants to share. I have quite a few new additions to my collection. And then I'd also like to show you just some updates of some plants that I got a little bit late, earlier spring. I want to say late winter, early spring. I've done videos on them, unboxings. So I really wanted to show kind of how those plants are doing in my house and what, if any, problems I've been experiencing with them. And that's about it. It's going to be a pretty low-key video today. That's what I'm feeling. So, to the plants. I'm 99.9% sure I just found thrips on one of my jungle cacti. So now I'm irate. Guess I'm not going to be showing you that one. Alright, let's just get into it. So, calm down, Jen. So I think I'm going to show you some ferns real quick. I think that's the best place to start here. Recent order was from a few different vendors. Steve's Leaves being one. So the two ferns I'm about to show you, actually 3 ferns I'm about to show you, I think they're all from Steve's Leaves. These were 2 different orders though. So let's just get into it. I don't know what I'm trying to explain. I just want to show you the plants, man. So this little guy was my Heart's Tongue fern. So this one I did get from Steve's Leaves. And I don't know if you guys remember that video. It wasn't my favorite unboxing, just due to the condition of the plants. They'd gotten stuck in transit a little bit, but yeah, bounced back pretty darn well. So this isn't a splenium variety, Splenium scolopendrium, or Heart's Tongue fern is what it's known as. And it's a great little fern. It's been doing really well. I have it in fairly bright but indirect light, and I have it in a high humidity location in my home, which all ferns love. But this one, yeah, I've got some new growth off the rhizome there. And all of the fronds are pretty healthy. There's really no browning or anything that I see, no edges of the leaves that are drying up. So I think this one it's doing pretty good. I'm excited about this. Then I don't have the other ferns here. Hang on. Ferns. All right. So we'll go with this one. So yes, these, actually all of my ferns that I've gotten recently are from Steve's Leaves, so that's cool. So this one is the black rabbit's foot fern, or a Dahlia something. What are you? Trichomanoides. Dahlia trichomanoides. And this little dude is also doing really well since I've had him in my home. Again, with the creepy spidery things, I'm kind of getting used to these. They still kind of make me jump a little bit whenever I accidentally hit one with my finger. But this plant is growing. Hi guys, Editor Jen here. Did have some technical difficulties. My phone gave me my low battery warning, and it threw off the audio and the video, so they were mismatched, and it was driving me bonkers, and I had 2 minutes-ish of really good content, so I'm sorry, you guys will never see that, but kind of where we left off. I thought it's the next day. I thought I would just show you the ferns that I talked about in that segment, so you'll still get to see them, you just won't get my awesome commentary from before. So, as I mentioned, this is my black rabbit's foot fern. This is kind of where it lives in my home. And it enjoys this spot a lot. It is growing. This is a new frond. Ooh, that's a new baby frond. So it likes this spot. I do keep it with other ferns right here. I still have a humidifier that I run every once in a while. I know our humidity levels are boosting a little bit here in Minnesota because it's summer, or getting there anyway. But, you know, that helps sometimes. So next to that guy, I have a button fern. I also got this from Steve's Leaves, and it's a cute little fern. I gravitate toward the ferns that are a little bit hardier than some varieties. So like you won't find a maidenhair in my house, but you will find this little lemon button. It's a button fern. You'll find this little button fern. Which I really enjoy. I think the leaves are really unique looking, and it kind of has that maidenhair vibe, but it is doing really well. It's already acclimated to my home. I see some new growth points here coming out. So these two ferns kind of just hang out together and are doing their happy little fern thing. Down here, this is a crocodile fern that I had gotten several months ago, and it's doing well here too. Likes this gentle light and the higher humidity. This guy though is kind of the star of the show. I wanted to show you an update on this one. You might remember this one came from my ill-fated Steve's Leaves order of ferns, but this is my Australian tree fern. And when it got to me, these fronds, as you can see, some of them I did end up cutting off because they were definitely in the way of this one. This is one of the original fronds, and a few looked like this when it got to me. This frond right here is the only original frond that actually somewhat made it. So I'd been going back and forth. I really wasn't sure how to save this guy, if it was even possible to save it. So after chatting with the staff at Steve's Leaves, they kind of reassured me that if I cut off the growth, that wasn't working anymore. And I essentially just put it in a place where it would stay, you know, humid and higher temperature and some good, you know, bright indirect light. I have it in my living room near a grow light. that it should do fine, and the new fronds would unfurl, and they did. This is the newest leaf that unfurled after it arrived in my home, and it's already putting out another one. And these fronds are pretty interesting in that when they emerge, let me see if I can show you, they emerge out of the central rhizome, and I love the petioles. They're so like spiky but soft. They're fuzzy. So they come out of this central rhizome here. You can already see there's another one that's starting to form, and this will unfurl probably in the next couple of weeks. But they don't look large. So this guy emerged, and it was a lot larger than I thought it was going to be. And already this one too, it seems like the individual leaves kind of develop and grow once they unfurl. So that's pretty neat, seeing how this thing has been growing. So that is my Australian tree fern update. It's a cute little fern corner plus a calathea. Okay, I'm gonna show you a couple of Hoyas. I don't want to devote too much time to Hoyas because I am planning a giant Hoya tour video soon. So I'm going to show you a couple of the Hoyas that I got out of a Logi's order. When was that? I don't really remember when that was. But I'll show you, I'll link the video, I'll do the things with the cards and all of that stuff. So you can go back and refer to them if you want to see those videos. But I thought I would show you these two guys. They came in the same order. So again, both of these were from Logi's, and this one is the Hoya odorata, and that adjusted well. I have been looking for some new growth on it. Yeah, there we go. So this one kind of needed to adjust as well to home conditions, and then it really wasn't happy for a little bit. Some of the leaves on the lower part of the vines started yellowing, so I ended up repotting it. It seems to be doing a lot better in the soil that I have it and in the light that I have it, so I think it's stabilized. And yeah, I'm seeing some new growth points on all of the little tips here. That's great. Yay. And this one I've noticed is kind of an upright grower. I think at some point I will likely want to trellis it. But right now, it's kind of doing its thing. So it's kind of an understated Hoya, but you know, I've heard the blooms are really nice, and I'm glad that I have this in my collection. It's doing well. And then over here, came in the same order. This is Hoya Iris Marie. This is the hybrid Hoya that I got in that Logi's order. And when I purchased it, it was long. It was a big plant, a big long vine. I want to say it's put on all of this from here kind of onwards since it's been in my house. Yeah, it's like it grows like an inch a week, like an inch every time I look at it. So this one has been doing really well. Yeah, I do think that is the case. I think these were kind of the newest leaves. I think this segment right here, because then I had put it up the trellis there. So it's doing awesome. Hoya Iris Marie. I also repotted this one. I've noticed that some of my Hoyas are ready for repotting. A lot of the Hoyas that I got last year, I kept in their nursery pots. I did not repot right away. Just have heard that keeps them stable. They tend to do a little bit better if you don't repot them right away, especially in winter. Don't do that unless absolutely necessary. But yeah, I think that's going to be a project for me the next few months here. So that'll be fun. Hopefully I can film a little bit of that and include that in my Hoya video. But those are the two that I wanted to show you. And then now we're kind of on to the miscellaneous plants as far as updates go. No, I have one more Hoya. Never mind. So this one also came from Logi's, but in a different order. And this is my Hoya Mathilde. So when I got this plant from Logi's, it was this single vine right here. This one vine, the one that has the majority of the leaves on it. And there were some growth points, but nothing like this. So she's been busy. She's been a busy one. And as you can see, I also have a peduncle. Wow. Go, Marie. I mean, Mathilde. Get my Hoyas mixed up. I don't name a lot of my plants. I know some people are into that, which more power to you. You know, I appreciate your creativity in naming plants. I have too many, I would forget. There are a couple that I attach meaning to that I do name or have names for, but not my Hoyas. I have not named any of my Hoyas. I guess this one kind of has a name already, Mathilde. Anyway, all of these little vines are just doing their thing. This one is, oh! Another peduncle right there. Girl. Mathilde. Full of surprises. It's very cool. Okay. Gotta get rolling because I want to show you some of my new acquisitions from recent orders. So I think 2 more that I'm going to update you with, and then I'll show you some of the noobs. So this is my Ripsalis paradoxa. This plant was also in an unboxing video. I can link that too. It was very small to begin with, and it hasn't grown a whole lot. Probably adjusting, but I am starting to notice that there are growth points on it. So this little segment is new, and this little segment is new. So, yay! I didn't kill it. It was on my wish list. So I was really excited. I'd been looking for it for a very long time, and so I did appreciate the specimen that I did receive, even though it was kind of small. But I didn't kill it. It's growing. Hoya paradoxa. Hoya Ripsalis paradoxa. I'm leaving these bloopers in. It's been a minute since I've been on YouTube, and I think we're just gonna roll with it. Errors and all. Next one I wanted to show you is my Calathea orbifolia. This one I got from Gabriella Plants, and again, a very small specimen. It was a little bit smaller than I was expecting for the price that it was. I don't know if it was 20 bucks. It might have been a $20 plant. But you know, very small. The leaves were kind of in rough shape. I know Calathea, along with ferns, are kind of sensitive. They're sensitive ladies. So, you know, I repotted it right away so that I could get it into good soil and that it would be kind of moisture retentive more so. So I'm hoping, I know it looks a little bit silly now in this pot, but it just means that it stays more damp for more time. Words are hard. Anyway, something I have noticed recently is that there are new little growth spikes at the base of Calathea orbifolia. So if you can see that one, and then there's one over here. I think there's a third one, yep, kind of behind. So 1, 2, 3. So hopefully I'll get some new leaves on this one soon. And hopefully it will just be big and glorious eventually. So we are getting long, and I have found that I do not have very good luck with videos that are over 20 minutes that I film on my current video app. So I'm going to split this video into 2. So this is part 1, and then part 2 I am going to post hopefully right after, but stick around. I will link it in the cards when it's available, and I will link it down below as well. So stay tuned for part 2, which is going to be my new plants.